What is going on, people? Welcome back to a new video on the channel. Welcome back to a new car as well added to the game, and it's this, what I'm driving. Oh, pay attention to where I'm actually going. This weird car that was created by RTR. Obviously, if you guys don't know, there's a new update that came out for this game a few days ago, and there is a thing called, there it is, Drift Club Mexico. Now, Drift Club Mexico, once you complete the entire thing, you get yourself this Ford Mach-E 1400 drift car. This is an unbelievably cool car. First of all, I absolutely despise, sorry, I don't despise it. I just don't care for it. I don't care about the standard Mach-E that Ford have come up with. I also don't like that it's a Mustang Mach-E either. It shouldn't have the horse on it. It just shouldn't be a Mustang. A Ford Mach-E, sure, why not? But a Mustang, not really. And I'm pretty sure they've done this just because of marketing reasons. You know, for people, oh, it's a Mustang, I'm gonna buy it more. But obviously this is a fully electric car, and the cool thing about it is it's got a stupid amount of torque, right? It's a dumb amount of torque. 2,486 newton meters of torque. It also makes 1,400 horsepower. And you get to drive this thing in the Drift Club missions, but you also get to own the car afterwards. And in today's video, I'm going to be messing around with this thing and try to drive it a little bit more because, like I said, in the actual, thing itself that you get to drive it on, you don't really get to do much. You just do the run and that's it. So I had to try and experience this thing for myself and bring it down the needle climb in this game. I know it's not called the needle climb, but still, it's very weird sounding. And what's a really cool thing about this car is that, sorry, this hairdryer that I'm driving right now, is that you can actually fully stop this thing, and because of your left stick on your controller, you can press it. If you see bottom right, you can change from rear wheel drive to all wheel drive, or you can go back to rear wheel drive again. You can change it literally on the fly as long as you stood still. You can change this thing. So now, launch this thing with all wheel drive, and you can still slide it with all wheel drive as well. It is very cool. And obviously this is because it's fully electric. I mean, I don't think you're really able to do this on pretty much any other car in the game at the moment. But because this is fully electric, you're able to change this thing literally on the fly. There's no drivetrain swap needed or anything like that. Nothing. And it just handles like an all-wheel drive car. It's ridiculous. It's very cool. For a person like myself who actually just doesn't care at all about electric cars, this is a very cool car. And it's really interesting that they actually ended up adding this thing into the game. Super crazy interior as well. I love the way that they got rid of the normal steering wheel. Even has a hydro. Yeah, it's got a big old seat, loads of bolsters, and yeah, you got the big old iPad in the middle. The revs are funny as well because they just go up in actually like in one increment. You know what I mean? Like it doesn't go up in like, tens or hundreds. It goes up in literally ones. It just looks funny to me. It's a fast car. Wait, actually, since this is an all-wheel drive car, how fast does it go on a race? Wait, what? I knew it. I knew it was gonna be just weird in reverse. I don't think we can actually change anything on this car. I haven't actually checked, but I don't think we can. Anyway, let's just have a look really quick here. Anyway, in the upgrades, if we can actually adjust anything or change anything on this car. We can change tires, I guess, wheels and tires if we really want to. It's already on some really good tires. I don't really think that we should be able to change, or that we should change this to anything else. This will give us slightly less grip, which I think would be kind of useful on this thing, especially since the way I drove it before, it just felt a little weird. I don't know. Drift tire compound, slightly less grip. I'm down to do that. And then everything else I'm going to leave the same. I like the RTR wheels. I'm not going to change those. We can have a specific diff that we can change on this thing. I don't really want to touch that either. I want to leave this thing very close to standard the way this is actually built. It's kind of weird that these race brakes aren't already on it. Like, it's already got Brembos on it, which is very weird that those aren't race brakes. Again, another thing, we can have drift suspension on an already, I guess, drift focused car, which is very strange. yeah, but let's just definitely make this thing lighter. I feel like it should be a little bit better if it's lighter. So it's now S2. So we just slightly made it lighter, gave it some worse tires, and we have drift suspension on it. So again, I was really surprised that this thing didn't have drift suspension on it, like right now. This just felt strange. But this is pretty much what we're working with here. This is the setup that we have on. I'm not going to be changing anything or adjusting anything on this car. I probably should. Actually, you know what? Let's do that. Let's buy the diff. You know why I want to buy the diff? Because I'll see. But then if I do it, I don't think I'll be able to change it. Am I? It'll feel weird, right? Okay, let me just do this. I'll buy the off-road diff because that just fully locks my diff, right? Let me test something out with this thing, right? So if I make it rear-wheel drive, if I fully lock this thing, right? Because in all-wheel drive mode right now, it still has a bit too much power going to the front wheels, and it's very noticeable. Because I think the slider was literally just like this, right? So what if I make this thing go up to, what's usually an 80, I guess? 80 split. So this is an all-wheel drive right now. If I change it to rear-wheel drive, I'm guessing this just goes, fully just goes. And then my diff at the rear is just fully locked. Am I right? I hope I'm right with that. Let's just have a look. Let's have a look here. I'll take this thing down the kind of S drift zone. And I want to try it in both rear-wheel drive and all-wheel drive form. Because I love the way you can actually just change it on the fly. I kind of want to see how many points it gets. But at the same time, I just want to drive it for fun and just see what it's like. Okay, so now we're in fully all-wheel drive mode. Okay, it definitely has more power going to the rear. So I think before, the split was so much worse. I'm gonna change to one sec. Difficulty. Where am I even going? I want to change to sim steering. Oh god, that camera angle put me off. So, sim steering is something that you should be running when you're drifting because it helps you transfer faster. I mean, obviously for the OG people that have played this game for a long time, you guys know. But for the people that don't, that's pretty much what it's used for. You just get to transfer faster, go from one direction to another without spending too much time in a straight line. I mean, the power is all there. Like, this thing is just pulls so hard. I don't know how I feel. I don't know how I feel about this having literally one gear, first of all. And using a handbrake just feels awkward because it has no clutch, so I can't really like clutch kick or anything like that. So you just have to be careful with it. But handling wise, it's pretty tame. Very easy to handle. I'm really interested to see what this thing is like as a rear-wheel drive, because all-wheel drive feels like I said, pretty tame. And no tune on it or anything like that, and it stays sideways, it goes, it slides, it has like stupid amount of power as well, so I don't have to worry about that at all. I guess that's the good thing about having this thing with like instant torque. I mean, clutch kicking just isn't really necessary, right? You just accelerate and you have full torque instantly with it. That's probably the best thing about having a fully electric drift car. It sounds awful, but it is very cool to drive. Obviously, we've had a bunch of cars in this game that were like literally, you know, just like supercars or just cars that obviously aren't meant to be, you know, drift cars. I'm talking about electric cars, by the way. And then we've turned them into drift cars, whereas this thing is pretty much developed to be a very good drift car. And that's what's strange to me, you know, like we have something like this. Like all the aero apparently on this thing, Von Gittin Jr. said it, that all the aero on it is actually functional. It's actually there for downforce. So I'm guessing this is not only just being used as a drift car, but it's also being used as a race car. It could probably be the reason why it didn't have drift suspension on it. So you could actually literally just race this thing. But it drove really well sideways, regardless of it having drift suspension. Drift suspension just lets me have a little bit more steering angle to play with. That's pretty much it. So all-wheel drive, 80-20 split, fully locked diff. It's okay. It's nice. It's not like anything crazy or special or anything like that. I mean, I'll get the million points, but it's not going to be like anything way over that. I think rear-wheel drive, this is going to be a little bit more interesting to drive and a little bit nicer. Okay, there's your mil points. Let's go back up, and I want to try this fully rear-wheel drive. This should be a little bit better. Should be a little bit better and a little bit more interesting to see the way this thing handles. Alright, let's try this out. Yeah, lots of power, lots of torque, all go to the rear wheels. It's going to be a little bit slower for some of these corners, but that's okay. Oh, wow. I immediately prefer this thing as a rear-wheel drive. Immediately. I can have more angle with it. It's just so much easier to control. I'm not like speeding through every single corner as fast as possible. I really like this as a rear-wheel drive. Damn. Again, it's a little slower than before. I'm trying to see if I can, like, not get this thing to spin out, but I want to see what its limit is with the steering. It's doing a great job. Yeah, I fully prefer this thing as a rear-wheel drive already. Like, it just feels so good. Oh man, it's so weird to like this thing because I don't like electric cars. Like, I'm just not a fan of them. They're cool, the way they have their like full torque immediately, you know. I guess that's fun. And it's probably very, very addicting to own like a Tesla, like a really, really high horsepower Tesla. You know? Oh, look at that. That was so clean. But to me, the sound, right? The sound of a car, like of a sports car, of a supercar, like a good sounding car, is part of the experience of owning and driving, you know? I used to hate when I used to own a diesel. Like, I literally did. I hated it because I know the reason why I only had it was literally just to save money. And now people are putting like straight pipes on their diesels and saying that they sound good. They just don't. They sound awful. They literally just sound bad. I'm sorry if you have a diesel and it's straight piped or you have it go boo every time it changes gears. It sounds stupid and it's disgusting. The only reason why you buy a diesel is literally just to save money. I'm sorry, but it just is. I don't get it. I don't get the hype of diesel. It's a lot of it. A lot of the cars in Ireland are like that. Ireland and in the UK, 100%. You have a lot of people buying diesels and then just straight piping it. It's just literally just straight piping them and have them make the worst noises possible. I'm just not a fan. Like the sound of a car, like a petrol car, like a good petrol car. I'm not talking about, you know, like the little 1.1 liter like 3-cylinders or 4-cylinders or whatever. Even though some of the 3-cylinders, like little Fiesta ST 3-cylinder, actually doesn't even sound that bad. You know, I'll say it just doesn't even sound that bad. But like when you have a proper 4-cylinder, you have like the old school, the B16s. You know, you have the 4AGEs. You have, I don't know what else you have. It's like the Southeast, even the new GTIs and stuff like that. They just don't even sound that great. But you can get them to sound great. You know, you have a good exhaust setup on them, and you can get them to sound good. I fully prefer this thing as a rear-wheel drive, by the way. Yeah, I like I said, sound for me is part of the experience of owning a nice car, and I can't accept fully going to electric just yet. Even though, in this game right now, I'm actually really enjoying sliding this thing. It's a very good car that they've added. Please try it out yourselves. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. I wonder what this thing is like for racing. I guess you guys could probably try it out yourselves and let me know down in the comments. But yeah, it's a really weird car. It's really weird. It's cool that they've added it into the game, but it is quite weird to have something like this that you can like just turn into rear wheel drive like on the fly. You don't have to go download a different tune or anything like that. Yeah, and then the sound just is weird on it, but it's a cool car. I really enjoy it. I think there's other cars that I think are brand new to the game right now, coming out this series, so I'm going to check those out and make videos on those. But for now, that's pretty much it. This is the Mustang Mach-E 1400, and yeah, that's it. Thank you very much for watching, everyone. If you want to see more videos like this on the channel, then of course subscribe, like, comment, share, do whatever it is you guys want to do. But for now, that's pretty much it. I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.